Oh, I just wanted to take a minute and make a video, quick video about I have an issue or two with the table. I'm really happy with the table so far. I put a piece up in there and I drilled on it. I drilled a pilot hole, and then I drilled a 5/16 hole for 3/8 threads. Then I had the occasion where I had to drop the table down, and it brought to light something that I hadn't previously considered. This drill press, like I say, the rack and pinion that you raise and lower the table with, in my opinion, was always not the best, substandard as far as I'm concerned. If we come down, you can see this rack. It's only about, I'm not sure it's much more than a 1/4 inch thick at the bottom of the groove of the gear teeth, and it actually bent on me at one time, and you can see it bulging there. And at the top here, you can see it's not even touching up there because all the weights from the table connection here, the weight's all from here down. Now, it's called a tilt and swivel table. Okay, this tabletop swivels. It's got a center. You can, matter of fact, I can loosen that up, and that's not a problem. Okay, see, I can tilt and make cuts, which will be for if you wanted to put a crosshatch pattern on something. That would be, that would be very useful. Let's put it that way. Now that's the swivel part. The tilt is done with a bolt in there. Let me see, where's it at? No, it's behind here. There it is. You can't see it too good. The bolt right there. You loosen that. Now it's one bolt. If I was to loosen that with that table on there right now, I'd be in trouble, because this would have to be centered, the center of gravity, and probably would still, because that's the only thing, there's no rack or anything you turn. You loosen that bolt and then you just pivot it over. So definitely with the table on it, you wouldn't want to loosen that bolt without some kind of support, or take the device off, take the cross slide table off. Let me get a better hold on this camera. Take the cross slide table off and then make your adjustment, and then, wow, bolting that back down on a tilted table, I don't even know about that. But when I did a drill, and then I wanted to lower it down to make room to put a T-handle tap wrench to go ahead and tap. What I was doing was making the hole in the 4th T-nut. I only had 3 T-nuts, so I had to put one in over there and I had to drill it. And I was actually worried when I loosened the let me see if you can see it there. It's got a handle over, this locks it. Once I unlocked it and started to crank the table down, it went down real easy because there's a lot of weight on it. But when I went to go back up, I got the feeling that this rack down here was going to bulge and just not be able to handle that. And there's no way, if I wanted to bring this table around, you see, as this table and harness here spins around, that rack has to go with it. And it's made in there's a V down here and a angle cut on the key or on the rack. So even without the table on it, it never really did want to go around good. You had to kind of turn your table a little bit and then go down there and move that around and turn the table a little more and then come back and turn it a little more. It was always a pain in the butt. But what I'm saying is, I think that this was a 455 mm model, 17 millimeter, I can't remember, 450 millimeter I think is the length of the table. It's about 17 inches. I think it weighs 50 or 60 pounds. But I'm concerned. It does create a concern about that rack being able to hold that up. I'd like to see maybe a thrust bearing up here and then tie the rack to the thrust bearing so that the weight is actually hanging on that rack. Now it would handle that without a problem, but with the weight of it pushing it down into that, it's just not gonna. You see the way that's set up there? It's just cut down, V'd down, and that's just sitting in there. And the more weight on it, the less it's going to want to move. But yeah, I was a little concerned about that when I had to do that with the drill press earlier. So this is the model that I have. It's a Craftsman Sears Crest. It's an old one. I've had this thing many years. 5/8 chuck, 1.5 horsepower. But if you have this model and you're thinking about getting a cross slide table for it, I would maybe think about a lighter one, or go into it knowing that that could be an issue. All right, so I just want to make a short video about that. Thank you for watching.